Welcome, Erin.
Thanks for having me.
So excited to meet you and have you on. It's like seeing you on TV so much and then seeing you in person. It's very surreal to be sitting here. I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yeah, being on TV is quite the experience. Yes. It really is interesting.
Are you finally used to like the fame that has come with it and like being recognized on the street and all of that?
I don't think I'll ever fully get used to it, but it's really nice. I feel like people are so sweet and so kind. And actually, I just had lunch with my two younger boys because my husband was camping with the two older ones. And I went to this restaurant that I always go to by me. And I walk in, sit down with my kids, and I saw these women looking at me. They were like having cocktails and having a brunch, and they were so cute. And as I was walking out, this one lady was like, "Are you Erin?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I have to tell you something. Right before you walked in, we were all talking about how we're going to order shakshuka because of you on the show."
Stop.
And we all ordered it. And then you walk in right after. So I had to tell you that we all ordered the shakshuka because of you. And I was like, this is so cute. Like, so those types of experiences are just fun and sweet. And generally, people have just been very, very nice.
It's nice to feel like, I mean, I feel it on a very small scale because of social media and my podcast, but it's nice to feel like people are connected to you and picking up what you're putting down, right?
Totally. Like, and something I always say to people, especially people who are first starting out on reality, is that you're going to get hate, you're going to get shit and all that stuff. But like, your people are your people and you will find them, you know, like
Right.
There's a community now of people that I know are my people, you know,
Within the reality TV community.
just like my followers now and like
Yeah.
people who watch me and connect with me and find similarities between us and them. And I just feel like your people will flock to you. So don't worry about the people that don't like you because there will be those too, you know?
Right. Was that at all an adjustment for you in terms of like opening your life up to the world, right? Deciding to do that and dealing with being like in the spotlight, having people say certain things about you, having people have opinions about you in your life. Like I can't even imagine what that's like.
You know what? I think there's a particular type of person that just is cool with that. And I think that's me. And I
totally see that in you,
Yeah.
but like you never know if that's actually the case.
Well, I didn't know until I did it, obviously. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be great when people shit on me. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, there have been times where it's been very challenging, I'll be honest. But after a while, the noise kind of quiets and everybody says to you, don't read the comments, but everybody reads the comments in the beginning. Like, that's what you do. And you continue to read them, just not as frequently. So you kind of just have to go through it. Like, there's a hazing process. I always say that. People give me shit for it, but there just is. And you get through it and either you can handle it or you can't.
Yeah, it shakes itself out for sure. Do you feel like there was a level of nerves about, especially being new on the show, like how they would choose to portray you or like what your role would be? Because it's not always like fully up to you from my understanding.
Well, I firmly believe this, you know, they really can't manipulate your personality on the show.
Right.
Can they clip things up? Like, I didn't say I brought mezcal to America, but like they clipped it up in such a way that I did say it. And I did say that line. So it was sort of accurate. You know what I mean?
It came out of your mouth. It just was different context.
Yes, it was different context. But like I did say it. So I always say that they can't put words in your mouth. So like if you're saying certain things, you have to accept that they might use it, you know? So I don't know. I really believe that if anything, reality TV is like a mirror to you. And if you want to change things about yourself after watching yourself on TV, then you can do that. But I don't think that they're manipulating personalities. Like, I think the truth comes out.
I love looking at it like a mirror. Speaking of, do you watch the episodes back?
No. I watch them when I get them beforehand.
Yeah.
And then I go on with my life.
And then you forget about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even listen back to my own podcast, so I don't know how you would watch yourself in a whole episode of engagement.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't bother me. Sometimes I actually think they're funny and like I laugh because there are certain things that I know happen that people don't get to see.
Yeah.
So like I'll laugh sometimes and I love seeing when people clip and find things funny. Like the joy of the show is the funny parts, you know?
Of course. At the end of the day, it is a light thing.
Well, it's supposed to be.
It should be.
It should be.
In theory.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's fun.
So you just had a baby.
I did.
Like 2 months ago?
2.5 months ago. He's so cute.
God, how was that? And you have 4 kids now.
Psychotic. I'm a psycho.
Incredible. In the city, no less.
In the city, like not going anywhere. Yep.
And that was always your plan. Were you born and raised in New York?
Mm-hmm. And so was my husband. So we just really don't know anything else. And during COVID, we moved to the Hamptons for a year, and I was not into car culture. I am not a car girl.
Same. Do you drive?
I do. I drive. Actually, I've been driving since I'm 16, which is the irony because people think that city people don't drive.
Yeah.
But we all drive because we have to get the hell out of here sometimes.
Got to get to the Hamptons.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah,
it's obnoxious.
But, I knew you were thinking.
Yeah, I got to get out, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I like to take the stroller, go get a cup of coffee, meet a girlfriend, walk through the park. Like I need that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I find the city easier.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you. I grew up in Michigan, so very different, but like I love it here. I've been here 10 years. I very much plan on having kids here and like doing the whole thing. For me, the idea of going to the suburbs, I could actually never. And by the way, that's not a knock at the suburbs. No. It's a personality that it's just not aligned with for me.
I mean, I get it. And with kids, I sometimes kind of, I mean, not really, but like I understand the appeal of opening your door on a Tuesday night and your kids running out and them not driving you crazy. Like I understand that. Plus people get priced out of the city. It's incredibly expensive. Like the rental market right now, I mean, you know, because you're engaged to a realtor.
Do I ever?
I mean, the rental market's astronomical. It's just like people are getting...
No, you actually can't get rentals.
You can't get a rental. Like it's insane. So, and like, you know, it's few and far between with really big units. So like, I get it. Mm-hmm. It's just, we're figuring out how to make it work and we always will because this is where we are.
Yeah.
Can't 100%. Go anywhere.
Okay. So I would love to take it back to pre-Housewives. As far as you want to go of kind of like your story that led you to where you are now.
Okay.
Whether that's how you grew up or I know that you were a broker because of Clayton, just like maybe some things that people wouldn't necessarily know you were doing beforehand.
Okay. I grew up in the city, as you all know. I always worked. I worked summers at a day camp, and I loved it. I always liked working, I think. There were times that I didn't, and I was just smoking weed and being a bad kid. But
love that.
I did enjoy creating things. I think I'm going to talk about this maybe on the show if we do another season, whatever. But I actually had a crazy dog attack in college when I was away at college.
What?
Dog bit me, and it really affected me. But it affected me in a way that turned out to be extremely positive because it was like I think it was like my second year at school, and I was, you know, not living up to my full potential. I was always very smart and I was book smart and I loved school, but I wasn't like, I was in that high school mode where, you know, I was hanging out with my friends all the time and not really focusing on school. And then that bled into college and I was just like getting by. This crazy event happened to me and I completely changed. And I ended up graduating with like, I think a 3.8. And I was really obsessed with school after that. And that kind of like shifted my trajectory.
Was it because it was
way.
Like a near-death experience that you had a different lens?
It wasn't a near-death experience, but it was like the dog attacked my face and it was so traumatic that I didn't want to be seen. And it just was like, it just rocked me. It rocked me and I like kind of fell into like a very spiritual place where I was reading Kabbalah books and I was reading Buddhist books and learning about all these different spiritual ways to sort of change your life. Because I was clearly like going down a bad path without even noticing it. I was just partying and being a kid, but like it wasn't good, you know?
It reset you.
It reset me. So I mean, I still like had fun and partied, but I changed my focus and things really changed for me. So I graduated college. I knew I wanted to continue school. I ended up going to NYU for sustainable development, simultaneously working in real estate. Worked with my mom on a building on 19th and 3rd that she had no interest in because it was like mid-renovate, like it was a gut renovation and it was disgusting and cold. And she was like, I don't want to go there. You could show it. Yeah, it was like middle of the winter,
I can picture it.
No heat. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I ended up selling the whole building. It was only like 12 units, but I did really well with it. And so one of the head of new development from her company plucked me and said, you've got something. We're going to put you on more buildings. I ended up selling 4 new development buildings by the time I was 23. So I was like on a really good path.
Totally.
Then I decided, like an idiot, to start a handbag line with my husband. I was also getting married around that time.
How old are we at this point?
So I was 23 when I met Abe. we met at a bar. And we looked at each other across the room and we were like, okay, this is
it.
Game over, which I never believed it. He never believed it. He had no interest in getting married. He was 26, 27. He was a baby. He was partying. He was having fun. When I slept at his house the first time, I found like thongs on his. It was disgusting.
No.
I'm like, you're in no position to be in a serious relationship.
Not
I didn't
thongs.
want to be either. But it just happened. And, we were engaged for a while and then we got married. And I had this dream to start a company, and he was like, I'll do it with you. Mm-hmm. So we went from, big, beautiful wedding, like great wedding gifts, all the, benefits of the world given to us, to ruining it all and losing everything. Lost everything, lost every dime, ended up having to do this all while having kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many kids did you have at that point?
So we started the business before I had Levi. Then I had him while we had it. The business was like coasting, and Abe still had the law job. But shit really got real after I got pregnant the second time. Abe left his law job, and we had
doing
no net.
handbags full time.
Yeah, we had no net. So while this is all happening, I'm also buying and flipping apartments. So our first apartment was 50th and 8th. This was like one of my best flips. I bought it for, what did I buy it for? $680. Put like 50,000 into it, and then sold it at a bidding war for over $1 million.
Wow.
This was like, I was like, this is it. I'm going to do this forever.
Yeah. This is me.
So fun. So then we bought something in Bushwick, sold it at the height of the market. Also, we were doing great with our real estate endeavors, but we didn't have money to actually pay for the mortgage. It was so bad there. We weren't asking our parents, and we were just like on our own.
Right.
So that's when things got really serious for us. But again, like every down point of life, good things come of it. Like
Always.
Every failure. Yeah. So this was a big failure for us. Like we actually lived with Abe's parents for a couple months, and like, it was just crazy.
So was there a point with the handbag business that you guys had to just be like, we're going to pull the plugs?
Yes. And it was hard for us to get there because we were young and we were proud, and the business was strong in the sense that like Taylor Swift was wearing our stuff, and
Wow.
like it was in OK Magazine every other week, but we just didn't know how to run a leather handbag business with minimums from, China. And then we brought it to, the US, and we had it all made in-house, but like we didn't know what we were doing with that either, because we were spending so much money on labor and also on product, and it was just a mess. It wasn't, I give people a lot of credit who go into the fashion industry. It is not an easy business. Like you have to have some serious money backing you.
Yeah.
So we finally walk away from that. But from what we learned, Abe was basically a startup lawyer for our business, right? So he decided to start a law firm for entertainment law and businesses and startups, which has now grown into the advisory, which is amazing. I mean, he's not only an attorney for new businesses, but not new businesses, big businesses, but also he's an advisor to these people because he can give sort of, business advice from an attorney standpoint. It's very valuable to them.
Yeah.
And then for me, I decided to start my interior design firm because when I went back to real estate and worked with Eklund Gomes, I saw all these mistakes. Actually, the unit that I sold with Clayton was one of the units that it may have been the unit that gave me the idea to start my business, because my client was selling, I think it was like we wanted to sell it for around $7 million, a Tribeca loft that he basically turned into a 1-bedroom, but it was huge. It was like 2,500 square feet.
$7 million 1-bedroom is wild.
Yeah. And it was all because he worked with these big architects and he spent like over $1 million on the renovation, but no thought of the market was made when he was designing it. So I started designing really high-end apartments with clients with the market in mind. So like if you're doing a Tribeca loft, you have to know that maybe a family will move in and create it to also be good for that. So we started businesses after we had the failing business. We built ourselves back up again. And then Housewives came into play.
And so what was the decision like around joining the Housewives? Walk us through that.
It was so easy and fast because it all happened so fast. So Lizzie Savetsky was supposed to be on the show.
I know. I remember that.
She was supposed we actually filmed with her for a couple of weeks.
I know.
Yeah. You did? You knew that?
I've heard that.
Yeah. So we filmed with her for a few weeks, and before she even got on the show, she called me. She was living in Dallas. I think she moved here for the show. I don't know if I should say that, but she was living in Dallas, and she called me. She said, is there like any apartments that you know of? I need a good rental. I'm moving with my family. And I was like, let me think. And she's like, actually, I'm going to be on the new Housewives of New York. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, fun. And she's like, they're actually looking for new people. Would you want to do that? It's an all new cast. It's going to be very different. And I was like, I don't know. I'll meet with them. Did a FaceTime with this girl. Then that led to like a Zoom with another girl, which led to going into 30 Rock. And this was all in the span of a month. And on my 35th birthday on July 1st, I got the call.
Stop.
Isn't that crazy?
That's actually wild.
On my birthday.
Of all the days of the year.
Wild. And then it was just like, yeah, let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like just having talked to you for 5 minutes before this started, like you have the energy, as you were saying, like a everlasting battery to like really do that and be filming and be busy and not get so burnt out by this.
Yeah, it's like I say that it's like a blessing and a curse, but I am
Totally.
go. Yeah. It's crazy.
And
sometimes I'm exhausted though.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure it hits you. Like Clayton is similar to you where his battery is so intense and then he'll just like...
I just like knock out. I mean, I had the flu a couple weeks ago and I was dead. Like a dead person. I'm like, maybe my body is just saying, just sit down and like don't get up for a while.
It forced you onto the couch. No, the flu is actually like the worst thing in the world.
I understand how people die from this.
No, it's way worse than COVID for me.
Oh, wait, I was so sick. I don't think I've ever been that sick.
Like a week. You're out.
A week. It was a full week, and then after there was like residual.
Did your whole family get it?
No. I think I got it at the Sphere.
Of course.
I came home and I was like dead. Like, oh my God.
That tracks.
Yeah.
It's not no.
I know.
Okay, so you decide to do Real Housewives. You start filming. What is that process like? I also understand, and by the way, only share what you can, but I understand that it's actually like a way shorter window of filming than we see.
3 months.
Which is not that long.
No. But it's all consuming.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, how caught up in the drama did you feel? Like, were you ending a day of filming and like you and Abe are like on the couch like you can't stop talking about it?
I mean, it's all real.
Yeah.
So like if I'm mad at someone, like it's affecting me, you know, or if like I see something that I don't like, it sounds ridiculous, but that whole Uber situation really impacted me.
Wait, remind me the Uber situation.
That's the whole thing with Bran and how she told Jenna that I called her poor.
Oh.
Like that was, I mean, I'm so over it now, but it really bothered me because Jenna is a very close friend of mine.
Yeah.
And it was just like such a misrepresentation, and it really affected me. Like I was in it. So like all of that was real, and obviously I would come home with it.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
What about bringing your relationship into the show? How was that for you?
Oddly natural. Mm-hmm. We're very open people. You know, I think that I was actually really proud of Abe for taking that step to talk about those things. Mm-hmm. He suggested it. It wasn't like I blindsided him. Mm-hmm. You know, he said, if you want to talk about this, I'm happy to.
For people that don't know what you're talking about.
The Bitcoin mm-hmm. situation. So, no, we're open. You know, I think we have a very strong base. And I think that allows for us to be open.
Yeah.
You know, we're not like on such rocky ground. Maybe like we always say relationships have seasons. So
of course.
There's a point where we were rockier, you know, where maybe we wouldn't have felt comfortable. But right now we're in a stable place that we felt good about it.
I actually really appreciate and admire that about you guys. The way that you can feel that your base is so solid, but you're also open about those seasons. You're open about, I heard you on your podcast talking about how like the season of not even wanting to touch each other, like respect. Yeah. And I think
wish he would have a season like that. I have this season.
I think a lot of women feel that way.
Yeah.
But it's relatable. It's also aspirational because you guys are clearly so connected. And it's also nice to see because, you know, I watch a lot of different housewives in different cities, and like you do see a lot of relationships have a downfall. And I don't know if it's because of the show or just the people they're selecting or exactly how it's working, but like especially like I think of Beverly Hills and like they're all divorced.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't think Kyle and Mauricio. That was a big one.
I wouldn't have ever.
But then she said something. I was watching it and she said that they never had good communication. And then I was like, well, then this all makes sense.
Oh, I mean, that's your whole foundation.
Like, if you're not talking and you're just like, okay, fine, you're mostly enjoying each other, and that's great. I mean, there are points where, like I was saying before, Abe and I don't even have time to like really talk about things. But if there's something serious, we're talking about it. Like, we're making the time. And if you're just kind of coasting by things and not talking about things that are impacting your relationship in a negative way or driving you farther and farther apart, it's going to end in divorce.
Yeah, there will be a wedge.
Yeah.
Especially with kids, I can only imagine.
Right. And if they're grown and you have nothing like connecting you to them. And the other thing is, and I talked about this with this woman, Nicole, who's a Yale and Harvard grad, actually, and heavily rooted in a lot of research. We talked about this on our last podcast. One of the things she said to me that I really appreciated, she's like, you and Abe prioritize fun so much. And we really do. And not on purpose, but like, we enjoy to do things together. We got married and it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship, things have to change. It was like, I'm now doing the things that I like to do before with my best friend.
Right.
And that still continues. Like, we had a baby. We knew we wanted to go see Den & Co. before, you know, they ended their tour or whatever, their residency at the Sphere. And we like booked a ticket and we went. And that's something that we both enjoy, that we wanted to do together. So I think it's so important for couples to remember to have fun and prioritize fun even after you have kids. Because if you're not, like, what are you doing together?
Right.
You know, like
you've chosen this person.
Business partners.
Roommates.
You know, like roommates with like kids, which are the most exhausting job of all.
Totally. I think that's a really good pro tip. And you were mentioning, we were talking before about the podcast and how that's been a very like connective thing for you guys, given that you're so busy and you often don't have time to like sit down and really catch up.
It's true. I mean, we love to work. So it's like we started a Mezcal brand together. We have a podcast together. So it's a great way for us to stay connected because we both love work so much. So if we're working together, like even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's quality time and work and productivity all in one. Does he have like a similar battery to you?
He's different. Abe is like my Zen. He's so calm. He's so patient. He's much more like, if I'm like, what's going on? Like, did someone forget this? And he's like, well, maybe this like, he's like, the grass is always greener. I'm like the typical New Yorker.
Glass half full
kind
of guy.
And he's very positive, very easy. But yes, his battery is, I mean, it's just different kind of battery. Totally. Abe's like on Abe time. And I'm on real time.
I actually respect that a lot. Yeah. I think it's good to have a hybrid. Like, I think of Clayton and I, and like, it's a similar dynamic where I think I'm actually Abe.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
But
Danielle and Matt, like, we talk about this a lot, where Matt and I are more of like the high energy, like da-da-da, and Danielle and Abe are like, hold on, let's think this through. Like, let's take a moment. Which I think is a great dynamic.
Yeah.
No, you won't see each other.
It would be madness.
Yeah, it would be craziness.
So you mentioned your Mezcal business.
Yes.
First of all, how's that going?
Amazing. Knock on wood.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's really great.
How was that for you guys? Obviously it was eons ago, the handbag business and what you all went through. And I'm sure, like you said, you took a lot away from that, of lessons and things to apply to a next company. But how was it going from that into building this Mezcal business and kind of like putting your eggs in that basket again?
You know, we didn't have a conversation that was like, oh my God, is this going to be bad again? Are we going to get through like what? We just knew what exactly not to do. And that is the best kind of lesson you could have from a failing business. And I think that's why you hear so many big, business people say, well, this failed before and that failed before. And even sometimes investors want to know that you've had a previous business that didn't do well. Like, we get that question sometimes. But we knew what our roles would be. Like, we have very different roles. You know, I have a team under me in marketing, and Abe's the CEO and manages like the sales team and operations and all of that. And we also knew we wanted to raise capital and that we wanted to have not only investors, but people behind us that could advise us and direct us and help us. Our investors have become like, I mean, we have a board, but they've become a resource for us. Or anytime we have a question or like need to do something. I mean, right now there's a big convention going on called Bar Convent. It's in Brooklyn. It's for 2 days. And one of our big investors was like, you buy your tickets right now, you need a booth. Like, it's not even a question. So of course we're like, okay, we're going to make sure that we have a great booth at Bar Common. It's just it's like a built-in teachers almost.
Yeah. You have like a family like team.
Right. And being on our own with the handbag business, we knew that we didn't want to have that sort of situation again. We wanted to have people backing us both financially and, emotionally and strategically.
Yeah. That makes a ton of sense. What about splitting up your time? Like, someone looking at you and is like, wow, you have 4 kids, one of which is 2.5 months old. You have
cutie, and I'm breastfeeding.
Oh my gosh.
Only because he will not take formula.
Are you like pumping in the studio here?
Oh, I have my pump downstairs.
Girl.
It's crazy.
Super mom.
It's insane.
So you have all that. You have the Housewives. You have the Mezcal business, the podcast with Gabe. Like, give us the reel on how you're actually managing it all.
Well, so I have a manager, and about a year ago, she said to me, Erin, you're going to burn yourself to the ground if you don't get help. Mm-hmm. Like, you must have an assistant. Mm-hmm. And it was the best thing I've ever done. My assistant, Ava, is running the back end of everything. And that has freed up my time in a way that I can't really explain.
Yeah.
So I never really thought I would need an assistant, like a personal assistant. I just didn't even, I don't know why, because I clearly do, but I just didn't think of it. I was just like, go, go, go. But I mean, and I'll say this to anyone who's a mom that's also working, like even helping with kids after school, getting the medical forms to camp. I mean, these little minutia things that I have to keep in the back of my mind, which are still there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a high functioning crazy person.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't have to like do the work to get it from A to B. Like, she can do that. I can say, hey, I know I have to do this. Now it's yours, and take it. And that has been a game changer. And also, I have a team under me at Mescaloom. So while I'm the visionary of the marketing and, the branding and all of that, I can have these meetings. We have marketing meetings probably twice a week where we discuss everything and then they execute. So I think it's about delegation, management. And once you're doing that, you get into a really good flow of it. It becomes second nature.
Yeah. Like, it's a very well-oiled machine at this point.
At this point, yes.
Do you struggle at all with delegation as someone who is like such a doer and I assume like does things very well?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, but there is no growth if you don't delegate.
Totally.
That's what I learned. And I think what I also learned is if you give people the opportunity, people that you believe in, if you give people that you believe in the opportunity to succeed, they oftentimes do.
Right. Like, you set people up for failure by thinking that they're not going to do it as well as you.
Yeah. And if you're hiring someone that you believe in, not hiring someone for necessity or because someone said they're great. Like, if you believe in someone, they typically rise to the occasion. They might fall a couple times. I mean, my assistant messed up a lot of things in the beginning, and she knows it. But I knew that she would get there because I saw her passion, her drive, and I knew that she would get there. And now it's like, I don't really have to tell her much of how to do things. Like, she knows how to do them.
Yeah. Okay, pivoting a little bit back into Housewives things. I've been dying to ask you about that final episode.
Okay.
And just what that experience was like for you, because it was obviously like a crazy whirlwind. Also, what it's like now that the season is over, and I can only imagine like there's been some level of communication, or maybe not, between the group and Brynn and everything.
Well, the finale was horrible. I even remember watching it when it was airing and feeling like out of body, like I wasn't even there, and getting like PTSD all over. Like, it was so crazy watching it. Oof. That it didn't even feel like I was there, which is so weird because that's never happened to me.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was really bad. It was really upsetting to see Ubah like almost pulled apart. Her life was almost destroyed. I'll never know whether she said it, she didn't say it, she heard it, she didn't hear it. I'll never know because I wasn't there. But I have my own, feelings about things, and, we'll leave it there.
Do you find that the group is divided on it?
There seems to be a consensus.
Totally.
Yeah.
And so post-filming, finale aside, we'll table that. How is it for you guys? Like, obviously you spend those 3 months like in and around each other, right? And I'm sure it's very intense and there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of time spent and all of that. Like, are you guys hanging out in the off season?
Guess who I'm having lunch with after this? Jessel. Literally. That. Yeah, we're going to San Ambrose. Yeah, we're friends. Like, we're really friends. Some are closer than others. Obviously, everybody has their own relationship. Yeah, of course. But yeah.
Did you find that during the season, like as things were getting going, like did drama come naturally?
Yes, but I think that there are some people that held back, and I think that was problematic.
Like people being a little too Switzerland?
Yeah, I do. I clearly don't have that problem. But
I was just going to say, do you feel like you were able to be yourself?
Yes.
But I think people can feel that. I think you're a very like genuine, character is the wrong word, but like, you know, cast member on the show because you show up and you're real and you're raw and you tell it like it is.
I just don't know how to be another way. And even in my real life, like anyone will say that's just how she is. Like, I just don't know how to sugarcoat. Like, I'm very direct. Sometimes it gets me into trouble. It's just who I am, you know?
It's like they had that one FaceTime with you for the recruitment and they were probably like, yes. You said it moved quickly.
They're probably like, oh, she's crazy. Great. Let's bring her on.
She's going to tell it like it is. No, I love that. Okay. Do you have any regrets about the show?
No, I don't really. I try not to live my life in regret. I don't feel regrets. I think I would like to show more fun because we have a lot of fun together. Like a lot of fun together. And I want to show more of that.
Do you think that it's intentionally not included? Or I guess they're just having to prioritize the entertainment factor.
They don't have much time, you know, that they have to like shrink everything down to.
Right.
So, but I think it's like if we prioritize fun, that'll happen.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course. Just like in any relationship.
Yeah. Also, it's a young show. It's only been 2 seasons.
I forget that it's
a very
like
young show.
The whole new cast.
Yeah, so it's really a new thing, and I think people forget that because it's, you know, RHONY, and that's been around forever, but it's really not like it's been a second.
Wait, have you done 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Oh my God! For some reason, I feel like it was only 1.
Yeah, no, 2 seasons.
Wild.
Yeah. And
are you friendly with any of the old RHONY crew?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I love that.
I love them all.
Yeah.
Sonia never remembers who I am. So let's put her to the side. Literally, I see her in the Hamptons. I'm like, hi. And she's like, who are you?
No, that's so funny. Okay. She not watching? I'm dying.
No, we've like hung out. So like she just doesn't remember. I don't know what happens. It's really interesting. Luann is a blast. Dorinda is a blast. Bethany's actually been very nice to me on DM.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we've chatted.
I enjoy her social a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I think she's doing great. I mean, I know like there's some beef there, but whatever, you know.
She's in Miami now, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. Who else?
What about Ramona?
Oh, you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I'm saying it on your podcast first, man. She lives in my mom's building in Palm Beach. And they like ran into each other. And my mom said something to her like, oh yeah, my daughter's on the show now. And she's like, oh, I don't watch that. It's doing terribly.
No.
My mom was dying. She's like, okay, thanks.
That's literally exactly what I would expect to come out of her mouth. It's so good.
So
She's telling herself that.
So funny.
I want to make sure that we talk about your new book.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
She's a Host. This just dropped recently?
Yes. It's not out until end of October.
Okay. Pre-order?
Yeah. It's up for pre-sale. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about the process and the book.
I loved the process so much more than I would have expected. Like I really fell in love with writing it. The book is all about, it's really a cookbook. There are 75 recipes. It has shakshuka, of course, as the hero. But it has a lot of like very near and dear recipes to me. And most of them are Middle Eastern, Mediterranean. I have some Cuban recipes from Abe's family.
Cool.
Turkish and Greek recipes, like all the food that I really make, like honestly make, and that my grandmother's taught me how to make. And then it has like some storytelling and a lot of tips on hosting, because I really believe that a lot of times there's like a barrier to entry with hosting where people think, oh, I need to have like this set of dishes, or, you know, I need to make sure that my house looks this way, or
I feel intimidated by it.
People feel intimidated.
Because I
That's the
haven't
right
really
word.
done it. Yeah.
Yeah, people feel intimidated by it. So this is really just an easy guide to hosting where you can throw together a really chic, elegant, special, you know, brunch or dinner without it having all the fuss. Like there are ways to do that are really simple.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it's just easier to just put everything out on a spread and have it be family style, and people get up and make their plate, and it's kind of enjoyable because then they can serve themselves. You don't always have to have like someone serving the plates. So
it's not so formal. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes there's something nice about that. Like I'll sometimes wear a really fancy dress and no shoes. You know, it's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like that's the book, really.
Oh, incredible. And so when can people get it?
October 28th. It will be like in stores. I just got a text, very exciting, that a very big, cool retailer is taking us in. So it's not just like bookstores, which I'm like, oh my God, because I actually designed the book to look and feel like a coffee table book.
As you should.
That totally because fits. I'm an interior designer and like that's what I needed. You know, I don't want it to just be like in the kitchen in that corner. On a shelf. Yeah. I want it to be a beautiful book that you're laying out. The photography, if I do say so myself, is stunning. Linda Zhao was my photographer, and the photos are just like, I'm going to blow half of them up and put them around my house because they're really, really special.
Ooh, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
It's a good flip through book.
It's funny because I was at Carissa's yesterday in Amagansett. And
you were there yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, you just came back?
Came back last night.
Nice.
And Clayton was eating the shakshuka, which he loves.
Oh.
And he's like, I wonder if we can replicate this at home. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, oh God, how am I going to take this task on? Because it looks intimidating. It's not. I mean, there's like a lot going on in that little thing. So easy. Now I need the book.
So easy. Just takes time. I'll send you that recipe.
Great.
It just like takes a little bit of time.
Do you need a specific skillet for the shakshuka?
I like cast iron.
Yeah.
I usually use that. But
they
like,
have like
you
a cute
definitely don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah. You could use an all-clad stainless steel. Does it have a cute little what?
Well, like at Carissa's, they have those like cute little individual. He's like, we need to make it in the mini ones. I'm like, oh God.
You could make the sauce in like a big batch and then put them into mini ones. But like, I think the beauty of brunch is having the big one sticking in the middle and letting everyone grab it. Like, and then if you don't, people will ask me sometimes, like, isn't it fattening with all the bread? I don't eat it with bread.
Right.
I eat it with crackers. I eat it with like either fiber crackers or whatever. And I'm very satisfied. You know, like I don't need the bread, but I have the bread for people that want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a little sourdough.
Yeah, a little bit.
Amazing. So
bread makes me fat. It does.
Bread makes you fat?
Yeah, I can eat rice, but I can't eat bread.
Really?
I mean, I eat bread. That's such a lie. People who listening that know me would be like, you're such a liar.
But like you feel like bread is
I won't get like a sandwich if I'm trying to lose weight because bread will like keep the fat on. Yeah. I really believe that it's like based on your heritage and like where 100%. You're from. 100%. Because like we eat rice, so rice doesn't do that to me.
Yeah, your genetics are like used to it.
Yeah.
It's not a shock to the system.
It's not.
So interesting.
Like bread though, forget it. I'm fat.
Bread's out.
Bread's out.
On one final note, speaking of that, you look insane. Just had a baby. Any tips for what you're doing, or just like you're like, I'm doing nothing and this is genetics?
No, I did a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
You did a lot.
Yeah, I actually want to do an entire. You can come on my podcast. And you're all about wellness. We could talk about it.
I would love to.
I had my third, and I was so huge because all I did was eat garbage. Like, I woke up, I had a bagel almost every day. I had Oreos every single night in bed with milk, like a sleeve of Oreos. I mean, I just was like, this is probably going to be my last baby, and I just want to enjoy everything.
Mail it in.
I never had what happened to me at postpartum, like with my other two, my first two, with what happened with my third. It was so hard. It took me a full year to actually lose the weight, and the kind of weight that I had gained because I was eating like sugar and carbs was like sticking. I mean, I was going to Orange Theory, running, nothing. I was like hungry. I could not lose the weight.
Wow.
Yeah. So this time I'm like, that's it. We're not doing that. And then I started like researching, realized that you only really need 300 calories more a day when you're pregnant, which is what, like a piece of toast?
It's literally the bread
It's the bread that I'm not allowing myself to have right now. Like, it's not anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. So this time I ate really clean, which is normally how I eat. Like, just for whatever reason,
I
we all
assume
get,
so, yeah.
we all get this like thing in our heads that when we're pregnant, we can eat everything. But I actually enjoy eating clean because I am so high functioning that I need energy.
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels good. I can't eat a bowl of pasta in the middle of the day. I won't be able to work.
Me too.
So, so I ate the same way. Like, maybe I'll have a third egg in the morning, like things like that. I would add on a little protein at night, or, I definitely had my popcorn every single night. I still do, by the way. It's like my kryptonite.
Love.
But I just did the same. I only gained, I think, like 25 to 27 pounds, which is normal.
Wow.
And then it was really, and I worked out 4 to 5 days a week.
The whole time.
Weight training. I did Pilates till I couldn't anymore.
Where do you do Pilates?
I went to SLT.
Wow.
Yeah.
Turbo.
Forma sometimes.
Yeah.
But it made a huge difference. My body bounced back.
And with birth too, did you feel any different?
Well, I'm 37 now. So not that I'm old, but
Not at all.
But the baby was like, I couldn't get, like, his head wasn't aligned.
Oh.
And the doctor had to like maneuver me a couple times.
Oh,
and
the
I was
manual.
Like, I wonder if this is because I'm old. I don't know. But delivery was great. I've never had an issue with delivery, thank God. But this time his head like wasn't positioned properly. I don't know. It was a little scary.
But all good.
But all good, all good. And I'm still working out and eating well, and it's, breastfeeding. So I think that helps.
Yeah. No, you're glowing.
Yeah, I feel good. I really do. I think I need a little bit more help at home, but we'll get there.
Yes. All hands on deck.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Erin.
Thank
Where
you
can
for having
people
me.
find you? Where can they expect to see you? How can they support the Mezcal? All the things.
Okay. Well, my Instagram's Erin Lichy. My book is called She's a Host. Mezcal is called Mezcaloom, and it's really all over the city at this point. You can follow us, Mezcaloom, Instagram, and we have a highlight that says all the restaurants we're in, because we're in a lot of restaurants on lots of cocktail menus.
Cool.
And we'll be out east a whole bunch. So if you're out there, I'll send you
please.
what we're doing.
Definitely. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks for having me.